modified your Monza here, and we've put a little decompression port in it. That's going to make a difference to the running of this engine. Okay, as you can see, we've put our solder wire in now for a squish clearance, which is across the gudgeon pin. So we like to have it across the gudgeon pin so you don't get flex on the piston then. So it gives you a more accurate reading. So we'll just drop the head on now. Washers. Right, there we go. It's got to come off. And as you saw, my wire just dropped on the floor. There we go. Right, we're going to measure this now and see what we get. Right, let's have a look at our squish clearance now. 1.21 there. Right, that side is 1.22. Okay, we've put in a decompression port on this cylinder because that's how we like to run. It's how we roll. So this will give it smoother running and easier jetting and easier to kickstart, and with the lightened flywheel it will tick over better. So we'll go in, I'll zoom in for you and you can have a look at that. And there she is, 10mm above the exhaust port. We have got a decompression port. So that's been put in. Mr. Tino Sachi might think about doing that in the future on other stuff. I don't know. It's I very much like it. It makes things a lot easier, much easier to jet up your bike because your engine's not fighting against the compression at low RPMs. So therefore you get a truer carburation and not an engine fighting against its own compression ratio and defeating itself. So it clears once it's revved up, but on low RPMs you're actually fighting against the actual compression ratio. So that's why it's very difficult to carburate it perfect down bottom end. So what do you think of that book then, Arch?
Yeah, it's quite informative, like, you know, to be honest. Yes, very good.
Okay, let's get stuck into it then. Get that off. Barrel off. good check, make sure that's really well seated in. Yeah, good. We do not want them moving. That's good and solid. Okay.
Yeah, there's some panel that's over there for me.
Yeah, it should be, yeah.
Because it won't have just off.
No, we'll have to put a separate earth on the side panel.
That's why you'd have to use both fucking live and earth then, wouldn't you? I just don't want some. Yes, yeah.
I'm going to need my torque wrench, Arch.
I'll grab that now.
Right, we're going to set the torque setting on this to 14 pounds-feet for this one. On the main bolts. And I'm going to do 10 on the others because it's got some 7mm nuts as well. So we've got these to go in, just nip them up by hand, and then we've got the 7mm studs supplied by Tino, these bolts that go in. It's a multi-fixing and they will be done at 10 pounds-feet. Now I've had this a few times where as the extra studs that are supplied like on your BGM kits and on these as well, you just need to put some grease on them because they can tend to pick up, and when you pull them back out they rip all the alley out with them. So this is to avoid that happening. Put a little bit of grease on, not Loctite, so they can actually take them apart without stripping all the threads off them. That one done. Okay, all done. decided not to use Tino's gasket. We have made a completely new one, and we've used rubber, neoprene rubber for our gasket. But don't worry, it is ethanol resistant rubber. So we've got some sealant around that baby. I'm also going to put sealant around this face of Tino's little job. Thanks everyone for watching my channel today. I hope you're all going to subscribe. That was a little episode of us destroying a Monza 225. We'll might do a video of it running later on, but that's another story. See you all later.